okay, at this point, this is an in-joke that maybe 3 people are going to get, so I'm just stop it, on with the actual content. Right then, this is not a flip-flop info. This is me just going through Vassal version 4, well, not version 4, that's coming later on in the year, like Malifaux 4th edition on Vassal, that's probably a better way of putting it. That's London, nothing to do with Vassal, don't worry about it, I just have it as screensaver. Anyway, up top, you're going to do exactly the same things that you've always done, but you'll notice that there is currently beta maps in here. These, I'm sure, will increase as 4th edition goes along, as people make maps and stuff like that. Here's my map. I'm going to make it fill the screen. I'm going to press the fit height thing so it all goes in there. Let's put in some game decks in exactly the same way we would in the past. I'm not going to go over every single feature of Vassal. I'm going to assume you've used Vassal and are reasonably familiar with it. You've played with it in 3rd, and now what you're curious about is how it's different in 4th. Couple of big points. Let's just say I'm doing a standard game. There we go. There's some standard deployment. I'm going to... Let's turn on the clocks because you play on clock. Yay. First of all, the legend button, which is up here. Can I make the thing ping? Yeah, kind of there. This is the conditions. Conditions have changed somewhat, or tokens as they're now called. I don't mean tokens and conditions have changed in Malifaux. Clearly that's a thing. But I mean they've changed in Vassal. Click the legend button, you'll get them pop up. They've done a lot of work to put as much in as is like common. And then what you'll probably find yourself using is 1, 2, and 3 to represent, I don't know, plant explosives, blight, whatever. You know, it would be lovely to have more of these, but I understand there's some degree of constraint that prevents that, so fair enough. The orange keys cycle between various things, like so R cycles between hastened and staggered, because you're never going to have both. Q cycles between focus and distracted, etc., etc. S is always adversary. D for burning, because dang, I don't want to be on fire, etc., etc. Cool. So yeah, big change first of all. That's the legend done in terms of conditions. Second of all, if I open my objects menu and I go to, say, scenario, let's say I'm playing plant explosives, I can bring out a plant explosives box. I like to slap that right between the middle, just between me and my opponents, so we can both see the score. If I then increase my VP as player 1, what used to be the pass mechanic is now just a flat VP. I've not increased that, it's just as I've decreased and increased my VP on here, it increases there as well. Currently, it only goes to 5. I don't know why that is, but it only goes to 5. I'm pretty sure as we progress, as we move through the beta, as we get the final version of Malifaux 4th edition on Vassal, that'll improve. I really like that. It's a nice quality of life change. Similarly, if I say I'm scoring breakthrough, now if you were player 2, you wouldn't be able to see that. You just see a box because you can, as you may or may not be able to recognize on screen, that says, excuse me, and let me move that stuff out of the way. That says unrevealed currently, and if I flip it, it is now revealed and my opponent can see it. Cool. Fit height. Let's say I score some VP on this, so I add a VP. Again, this guy has increased. That will go through. Currently it's capped at 5, but it'll sort itself out, I'm sure. But what I really like is that on my scheme that I've chosen, I can then not only see the 3 options that are going to be available to me after this turn, but also if I say want to do assassinate, which is the leftmost one, if I right click on it and goes choose left scheme, boop, it automatically brings out the next little scheme box. Quality of life improvements. Thank you, Red Razor. What other cool little bits have been added? So we have the crew card box. It's a big chunky boy. Let's say I was playing Rezzers. I'm going to close this just for a second. Let's say I was playing Rezzers. Let's say I was playing Seamus. There he is. And I'm going to bring in Seamus Last Breath to my crew board. And you may notice that it says in the chat window, which most people never really pay attention to, it says Beard has chosen Seamus, the Last Breath version, as master on player 1. What that means is if I then bring up that crew card again and click on him. Oh, it's not doing it. It's not doing the thing. Yeah, that's all right. I can try and fix it. If I go to refresh counters, untick all those two, press run. Boop. There we go. Fantastic. No, I don't. Ah, cool. I accidentally closed the thing because I'm an idiot, but there we go. But here we are. Back again. Fit height. So what I can see is I've just pointed at the screen like you could see me pointing at the screen. Again, idiot. But what you can see is because I've chosen version 1 of Seamus, version 1 of Seamus's crew card is now available here. That's very useful. If, like me, you play on 2 monitors, I can just shove it over there. If not, I could just add it to the stack and put other things on top of it and remember that it's there when I need it. When I need it, yep, there it is. Cool, do the thing. Cool, go back to my cards, etc., etc. So that's a handy little thing. Equally, if I click on this ace-looking thing, player 1 model, it'll bring up another grey box, which hopefully if I click on there, yay, look at that. So my guy has gone through and painstakingly added every card to the game. Those of us who used to play Guild Ball on Vassal will be very familiar with this because this was functionality was built in then, and clearly dude's gone through and just gone, what would make life easier? You know what would make life easier? Having the cards in the Vassal itself rather than having to refer to the app. That doesn't mean you can't use the app at the same time, but they're right there. These are the big changes to Vassal version 4. Again, I keep saying Vassal version 4. Not true. 4th edition Malifaux in Vassal. Vassal version 4 is coming later on the year. We are still on Vassal version 3. It's all going to be fine. I'm reassured. But I just wanted to do like a quick 5 minutes, if that, on like here are some of the changes that have happened in Vassal during the beta. People have been working incredibly hard to bring things up to speed, and I am massively grateful to them. I'm sure there are more things in the work, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of quick changes. All right, I need a better outro.
Oh my God. Becky, look at his beard. It's just so